know you mentioned it before. Obviously, we can't talk about like everything on here, but one that you mentioned before, and I think I rewatched it a couple weeks ago, but the Blob. The effects are amazing. Every single one of them are just like, and they're all so different. Like when you have the kid that's making the phone call, just the way his body is just getting contorted, or you have what's her name? I can't think of her name. Alina. She was on Baywatch for years, and she
Oh,
was in a bunch of stuff.
Erica Eleniak. I was actually
Yes, that's her name. Yeah.
yeah, I worked on that scene. I was behind the seat when
Really?
Ricky Paul Golden, like his hand goes in her chest and those tentacles pop out. I
Yeah.
was a guy, the late Tony Ruprecht and I, or Anton Ruprecht and I, were in the back seat pushing those tentacles out of that dummy for that shot. But I had just got back from Italy, from 3 months in Italy for John Beekler, and come back, and John was doing Friday the 13th part 7 at
Seven?
that time. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
doing 7 at the time, and I was out of a job. He had enough people, and I was out of a job, and I went, where am I going to go? And I called the Blob shop, and they hired me immediately. I think I did a couple of weeks off, and then I was down at the Blob shop for only about a month and a half. I mean, I can't think that I was on that show more than a month and a half, and I felt like I was on it for a year. It was just, and not every day, but there were quite a few times I recall the hot melt vinyl that they were melting down would catch fire, and because it produces such a toxic smoke, they'd have to evacuate the building, which meant like I mean, like 50 or 60 or 80 of us, like suddenly like out on the streets of Hollywood for 3 hours wandering around